Very good afternoon, everyone. I am Pinakshi Priyadarshini, a sophomore from the Department of Civil Engineering at NIT Rourkela and a proud member of CEST, the official Civil Engineering Students Technical Club. Let's have a glance on our club through a short video. Welcome to Placements Unboxed 2024, where we have the privilege of interviewing our esteemed seniors and alumni who have excelled in various fields and secured placements in some of the most coveted companies. Our aim is to guide and inspire the aspiring students in their career journeys. Today, we are honored to have with us Mr. Vinayak Agrawal, a 2024 graduate of NIT Rourkela, who has been successfully placed at Cairn Oil and Gas as a graduate engineer trainee. On behalf of all CEST members, I would like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to you on your placement. Congratulations, Bhaiya.
Thank you so much, Pinakshi, for inviting me today here on the platform of CEST. And I'm really grateful that you guys really invited me, and I'm really looking forward to guide you guys in your future placements. So thank you.
Can we start our interview, Bhaiya?
Yeah, sure.
So, my first question here is, how was your life at NIT Rourkela throughout your graduation journey?
So, like life at NITR was a bit short, I guess, because of the COVID, we didn't get our first 2 years in college. The last 2 years were amazing. They like really shaped me as a person. I can really say that after graduating from NIT, I'm a really different person. It developed my personality. It developed me as a person. It developed a leader in me, and it developed some critical thinking skills, how to solve problems, how to talk to people, how to uh, go to different places and manage the things that come in the way. So it really helped me. I made really different group of friends. I met different type of teachers, professors, and personnel on the go. So it really helped me as a person, and it was a lot of fun. Like the last semester, I remember that we only had fun and not much study. It was because of the placement were over in the month of December only. So the last semester was full of fun. We made trips, we went to parties, we did all type of fun that we could do in the last semester.
Your experience is sounding incredibly interesting. Now, moving on to the next one. What inspired you to choose Cairn Oil and Gas as your employer?
So I would say that I didn't choose Cairn Oil and Gas, but Cairn Oil and Gas chose me because before it happened, I was not really seeking a job or a placement. I was really preparing for my GATE examination, but it happened on the way, and like I was applying for different companies. I applied for BPCL as well, and Reliance came with the came in between Cairn and BPCL. So it the company is the person, like is the organization which chose me. I didn't choose it. So, and I would say that uh, Yeah, I knew that Cairn is a very good company, so I did apply for it, and I was fortunate enough to get it.
Thank you for
Is there
sharing
any
your
issue from my
motivation.
end?
Now, moving on to the next one. Can you describe your primary responsibilities in your current?
Sorry, am I audible? Like, is the live stream going properly? Like, is my network connection
Yes, you are
okay?
audible here.
Yeah. So, can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. Can you describe your primary responsibilities in your current role at Cairn Oil and Gas?
So as far as I know, see, I didn't have any experience on the job because I haven't visited any of the site of Cairn Oil and Gas, or there was no induction program started till now. My joining is very late. I didn't even have any information from Cairn Oil and Gas, and I guess the joining will be in the month of September. So as far as I have discussed it with my senior, who has been already in place in this company, he said that it really depends on the location. Cairn Oil and Gas have 5 or 6 different locations. So in some locations there is a work of oil extraction going on, and some locations have already well established refineries. So in refineries, the main work is of maintenance and all. And at oil extraction sites, there are works like construction of roads, drilling, and some works like constructing some quarters for the engineers as well. So these are the works that I would be assigned in future, I guess. Now
Your
I would like to
dedication
mention
and
that
adaptability are truly inspiring and useful for us. Now, moving.
I would like to add one thing as well, that the most of the work inside would be on field, and somewhat of paperwork would be there also, but it would be like a ratio of 30 to 70%. So 70% would be the field work only.
Okay, Behir. Now, moving on to the next one. What key skills do you believe are essential for a civil engineer in a private sector?
So, for a civil engineer in the private sector, the most essential skill or quality I would say is communication skills. Because without these skills, you won't be able to communicate to any person. You won't be able to convince any person to do a particular job, or you won't be able to gain the confidence of your manager in you. So, until and unless you don't have the confidence of your manager, he won't assign you any work. So, first skill is this, that like communication skills. Second, it would be like leadership is very important, and teamwork is very important. So these skills, like in critical thinking, that like what if a problem comes on, like there is a bridge or there is something which you are constructing, and suddenly some errors come in, some cracks come in. So how would you solve it? So you have to be patient there and wait and watch, like what you can do, what is the most efficient thing you can do there. So these skills does really matter in the civil engineering private sector, not only in private sector but also in public sector as well. So these all are the skills that are very necessary for a civil engineer to have.
Thank you for your valuable insights. Now, for the next question. How did your education, including your CGPA, internships, and projects, prepare you for your current role?
So, as I mentioned earlier, that I was preparing for GATE examination. So, and like I was preparing subjects like geotechnical, transportation, environment, fluid, structural. I was preparing all these subjects. I was preparing more of geotechnical because I loved that subject very much. It was my personal favorite. And about internship does play a very important role in placements, as the interviewer will ask the questions from your internship only. Like he will start from your internship and he will end the questions in internship only. So all of your interview would go around and would remain and revolve around your internship. And it can be like internships can be of any kind. It can be a summer internship, summer research internship, or industrial internship. So there is no such problem, but you have to be very specific about what did you do in your internship and how did you manage to solve the problems, or how what did you actually discover in your internships. Again, the CG is very important in like placements, because without a good CG you won't be shortlisted. Your CV, your resume CV won't be shortlisted. So you really need to have a good CG, and you need to pay attention in your classes as well, because some questions are like that, and they directly come from the experience as well. So in labs, whenever you are in labs, you need to pay focus there. So I really did manage all these things and got fortunate.
Your detailed insights on your education and internship experiences are enlightening and will certainly help us in our future. Now, moving on to the next one. Can you provide some insights into the interview process at Cairn Oil and Gas? Like what stages did it include and all?
So the interview process had four stages. The first stages were CV shortlisting, then online test, then group discussion, then finally interview. This company especially had only one interview, HR plus technical. Some companies do have different interviews for technical and HR. So in the CV shortlisting, now it was very simple. Like you just had to submit the CV, and then the company shortlisted it and gave you the results. After CV shortlisting, there was an online test. The online test comprised of 4 to 5 sections, uh, 4 sections of logical reasoning, quantitative, and English, and the fourth section was technical, and there was a fifth section I don't remember actually. So these were all the sections in technical. There were questions from all subjects as usual. Mostly I found questions from geotechnical and transportation. So these two are the major subjects that interviewers and interviews. These two are the subjects that are mainly asked in the interviews and online tests. And after that, in group discussion, we have a panel. Like in group discussion, don't like every company don't go for GTN. Only few companies go for GT. Like in my case, Kane went for GD. So in GT we had panel for 4 to 6 members, and it is not necessary that all the 4 or 6 members would be from your same college. So like in my case, we 3 people were of one college and 3 people were from some other college. We don't even know which college. So out of six, 2 or 3 people are selected generally, uh, and I was selected from GD. Then I went for interview. So it was like HR was technical interview. So they asked 2 to 3 questions of HR initially, then they went on to ask technical questions. So like technical questions again started from my internships only. What did I do in internship? I did my internship at OBCC. So they asked what did you do at OBCC? What did you see there? So I told them whatever I saw, what was the internship that I do, what like they asked questions around that one in the interview.
Thank you for sharing this information. Now, moving on to the next one. What technical tools and software do you frequently use in your role?
So, as I already said, that I don't know what I'm actually gonna do there. So, first of all, I think that AutoCAD would be a necessary software, and StatPro is a very important software. But I don't think like I would be using these two softwares much. And I can recommend that you should learn 2 or 3 of these softwares to ensure that if some interviewer is asking questions about these software, you know those questions and you are able to answer them. So like, I can't say that like what I'm gonna do there, so I can't answer this properly.
This information is incredibly useful for us. Let's proceed to the next one. How did you stay motivated and continue your preparation for coal placements?
So the only motivation you can get is you don't have much jobs. You have only a limited number of jobs. You need to fight for that. Otherwise, you would be sitting in your home thinking what to do next. So I was very scared to do that, sitting in my home and just thinking about my future. So I really had to do something. So I was preparing for it when this happened. So this was one of my motivations. Again, I really wanted to do something in the field of civil engineering. This was my motivation as well. And like the things come that when placements are going on, all your friends are getting selected. So you do get frustrated that all of my friends are getting selected, I'm not. So this is one type of motivation as well.
Your determination is commendable. Thank you for sharing. Now, moving on to the next one. And the last one. What advice would you give to aspiring civil engineers? And are there any specific courses or certifications you recommend?
I'm sorry, Blanche, you were not audible properly. I think there is some problem with my network connection or your network connection.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, I'm repeating the question. What advice would you give to aspiring civil engineers? And are there any specific courses or certifications you recommend?
So I would say that whenever you are in your classes, like if you are going to be third year or final year, so you really need to pay attention in your classes. You need to actually learn what they are teaching, or if you are preparing for gate, you need to go through the concepts really well. And even if you are going to a lab, just see what is they are conducting. So because many of the interviewers go on and go and just ask about the test that you have done in your labs. So like wherever you are in your college, you just need to pay attention what is happening around you. And and if you are preparing for gate, it is well and good because gate covers almost every subject, and it really gives you a complete understanding of every subject, and really helps you relate each and every subject with each other. So and like I would say, like even if you are not preparing for gate and you are paying attention in your classes, you can easily crack a core placement job. And I would say that learn some softwares, like you would be learning MATLAB, StatPro, and AutoCAD in your academics. So you can learn there. Like you don't have to pay extra effort to learn those softwares. So just learn those software in your classes only. And I would say don't panic. Don't think like there are less jobs. Yes, there are less jobs, but you can crack those jobs easily because there are some jobs off campus as well. So you don't have to panic. There are many government exams you can crack afterwards. So you don't have to panic so much, and you don't be like my friends are getting placed and all. You would get frustrated in your future, that is for sure. But you have to be patient and just continuing doing efforts and continuing developing yourself day by day. So it is very important for you to be patient. Just be patient, and everything will fall in place eventually.
There are some questions for you in the comment section, which will really be helpful for us.
Yeah, sure, bring on.
Will it be
So
helpful
I
for us if you
decided
answer them?
So I decided very earlier how to prepare for gate, like where to prepare and why to prepare for gate. But I started preparing very late. I started preparing in the month of August. But don't be like me; it is very late. Start from May itself or July itself if you want to really crack this examination, because we have 16 subjects and it is a lot of subjects. So, and each subject would take you around 1 month, and some subjects would even take 1.5 months. So, you really need to start preparing if you want to crack this examination next year. My experience at NIT, I would say, like, I really went through a lot of testing in labs. So, and like, I really got to know many things about geotechnical, and I think Cairn Oil and Gas generally works on oil extraction. So, it is a core oil extraction company. So, I would say that our thorough knowledge of geotechnical would help me there, and the testing like rate load test, SPT, CPT would help me there also. And like the experiences at NIT also includes my time at CEST, so I can really talk to people there, and I can organize some things if they want me to do. So these experiences would help me there. So NIT does have a very good plan to like get you placed. So they have a very good team of placement coordinators. They give you a set of rules, and they inform you that this company is coming and this is happening and that will happen. So you really need to pay attention to and listen what your placement coordinator is saying, and like they do conduct tests and all, like, and when I was in NIT, there was one training committee which helped me. They once conducted a GD, which really gave me experience of how GD is. So like that GD really helped me. Like before that, I didn't even knew about GDs. So it really helped me in my KN oil and gas GD, and that's it. Like this is how NIT helps you. So right now, I don't have any long-term goals with the company. I won't say that I would be leaving company very sooner, but I really don't know. Like I would decide after going there, after seeing the environment, after seeing the culture of the company, and yeah, I really want to continue 2 to 3 years in my job. I would do that. Then let's see what I would be going to do. I really don't know. Let future decide it. So I'm really looking forward to go to gym, and like about any other skills I would like to learn swimming. If you are if you are talking about these skills, if you are talking about academic skills, I don't know of outside the environment. So academic skills, I don't think that I have much time to learn any other academic skills right now, and I guess I would be like uh, putting my life, like putting my academic life to a standstill, and like I would enjoy some of my time, like enjoying my hobbies and all. I would give my some time to my family and to myself to develop myself as a person. And I really like to have a break now because it has been a long journey since JE, then after this NIT, after then GATE, then placement. So it had been a very long journey. I really need a break, so I would say that I would stay away from academics a bit, but then I would go back to it when I would be joining my company. That's it. I would say made easy. And if you are looking for economical package, then go for physics Wala. Made easy is the best platform, and the most economical is physics Wala. I said that like prepare your subjects well, pay attention in your classes. If you're preparing for it, it would really help you. And like what I did was I had a handbook of Made Easy which I used to read, and and I searched for some questions like top 200 interview questions for civil engineering and all. These questions would give you an idea like what type of questions come in the interview and what type of questions are asked in the interview. So you would get a thorough idea about it. Yeah, I'm really excited to learn about that carbon zero emission policy, and I'm really enthusiastic about how they are reducing the carbon emissions and how they are trying to reduce these emissions, and how they are trying to things get like get things get things doing and all these things. So I would really want to know if I could get a part in Cairn Energy as well. Like Cairn Energy is a good company as well. So let's see what will happen. Uh, I would say 75 plus. It is a much larger score and much huge score, but it is a reality that if you are not getting a score above 70, you won't be getting any PSU. I would say 75 plus, not even 70. Um, I was really determined to do my job in core field from my second year only. Because I was really enthusiastic about my civil engineering like branch. I joined CEST as well because of this. That because I really wanted to do something for civil engineering in my college, and when I leave my college, so this is why.
Thank you, Bhaiya, for taking the time to speak with us today. Your insights into the field of civil engineering and your personal experiences are invaluable. We wish you continue success in your career and hope to collaborate with you in future. It was a
Thank
privilege
you
to
so
hear
much,
about your
Nancy.
journey and the lessons you have learned along the way. We deeply appreciate your willingness to guide and support us as we prepare for our own paths. Once again, thank you for your time and willingness to share your knowledge. Thank you, Bhaiya.
Thank you. Thank you.